Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Campfire Stories R. I am your game master, Kira. Session 3 of Defendus Academy. School of Heroes and Justice and all that goody two-level shit. In our last session, resolved a girl literally falling out of the sky and cratering into the ground. Everybody decided that they should take this unconscious girl and get the fuck away as far as possible, as Alex knew very well capabilities creatures with, of course. They were able to get decently far and at least into a clearing where they had better vision, where Alex ran up a tree with this girl, before the alligators attacked. Alligators that have eel faces, but alligator teeth, and it's real weird. This is also when the group met Stoppy's character Ashlyn, who had escaped into the Tenebrae Forest, fleeing the...
No.
This is Miss Abra, correct?
Yeah,
Yes, the
yeah,
goblin
yeah.
rogue teacher that they had accidentally pranked with falling bags of flour, and were serving their punishment in the field, running laps. They got about halfway through before booking it into the Tenebrae Forest and accidentally coming across this scene. And a battle ensued as everyone realized these creatures would not stop pursuing, were in fact faster than them. A pretty good back and forth before Piper ended up being dragged into the water by one of them, being trapped in its mouth. Calathea going out into the water in pursuit to try and pry Piper out of its jaws. And when they were able to do so, both of them, and I swear to God this episode is worth watching just for this, executed a tag team maneuver that included both of them critting on the same number. As a reminder, critical hits happen, critical successes in Daggerheart happen on doubles. Both of them rolled double 11s, and in a move so anime, like it rivals that of most shonen, this thing was bisected in half and splattered across the dark forest edge. Alex returning in the dead of night to put them to rest and give them a proper burial. Where she was presumably followed, but just slightly, by Mr. Montgomery, Simia, monkey teacher, and also received a mail from her mother.
Which I do be drinking right now, which is kind of funny.
The session also concluded with a bit of a meeting between Calathea and Principal Vincent Defendus, where it was revealed to Principal Defendus that this girl had come from in front of the veil. A very, very bad thing. Very imperative veil be kept intact. Defendus mentioned look into this, and in the meantime, Calathea would watch over Aubrey, at least while she, assimilates into being a student, so that you keep up front that she's just a student that got there, which is not too far off considering she seemed to display sorceress powers during the. Although her wand is currently being carried by Alex. We start the next day with multiple itineraries being dropped off into the various dorms of the various houses. Piper and Sonata, the twins, being currently in sort of a communal housing area for people without a house, which is typically, first years don't join a house until about maybe midway through the year. If they do, some obviously go late, and some don't join the house at all. The others have their own sort of representative houses, but the itineraries allow you to choose which classes you're going to be partaking in. Obviously, there are typical classes, stuff like math, calligraphy, but the specific classes, I guess, they're called something different in Daggerheart, but you just call them classes: Rogue, Ranger, Druid, Bard, Fighter, Guardian, Seraph, Sorcerer, Wizard. Those are elective. Those are something that you have to choose to take. Now, there has to be at least one choice for what essentially is your Daggerheart equivalent of a major. So, what your class is. Failure to attend these classes may have an adverse effect on your class abilities. That being said, you can also audit, whatever sort of other classes you want to take. If you feel like there's things you could learn from ranger classes, things you could learn from bard classes, feel free to also pick those up and go where you need to. But we're going to go sort of down the line of the people who do have a house. Kind of get you guys to say what house you're in and what your specific area looks like. How did you feng shui your area of your dormitory? And I'll have you go in the area that I have you screen. So, Alex, explaining what house you are in, kind of what your area looks like.
Okay. So, so I'm in house Shinzo. And how I remembered that for the record,
I was like, I have my notes up here just in case you need to remember.
Top of my head. So I'm in house Shinzo, and where most people in this dormitory, I feel, are very whimsical with their decor, and it's kind of like a lot for a lot of people. For me, it's simply dark walls, kind of the bare bones type of things, maybe a few trinkets here and there, but nothing. Just kind of nothing.
So,
which is weird because so many people there's a rumor that Alex has been here for years and years, just falling behind in school and just continually being behind. So for them to just not have any decor in this room that they've existed in for a long time now, well,
if there ever was a house for sensory overload, it would be House Shinzo. They are known to represent the heart and the emotions of the human being. And for that, you will get splatterings of, people, barbarians, or I guess whatever but very like aggressive, battle-ready people who tap into that anger and passion will have reds, oranges, yellows kind of splat upon everywhere. Some people who, give into that love and happy, sparkle sparkle will have glitter and just it's absolutely a sun-reflective nightmare. Um, you have people who have embraced the darkness, and the deep-seated roots of their arcane nature, to have accent, all sorts of stuff like that. And then you have and then you have this minimalist, just nothingness that is Alex's little area, where certain things are kind of neat and tidy, and other things have just kind of been left. There's no logic to what's happening here.
I will say, one thing that does exist in this room is like a giant stack of notebooks. Just notebooks. Like kind of maybe strewn about the room, but a lot of very plain, like almost composition book notebooks. And maybe textbooks that haven't been opened yet.
Alex, you've heard rumor of people who have like dared each other to try and go and touch your notebooks. But everybody, for the most part, is too afraid that you've put some sort of spell on it.
And I might have, for all they know.
And you might have. And the other thing is, it does rifling through someone's stuff when you don't have any actual reason to believe they're a bad person kind of goes against the entirety of what Defendus Academy stands for.
Yeah, that's fair.
And a lot of people are, trying to become good people and champions of justice. A certain laureate. But, well, I guess I'll ask before we move on from Alex, what is it that you major in? And do you decide to...
Yeah. So, really have my notes up, but I would say I probably major in Ranger. I'm debating between I think I'm kind of split between Ranger and Rogue. Those are like maybe that's not like the major that you know what, Kira? I think my major is Bard. And I don't go to classes. I don't go to Bard classes. And instead I have just taken to going to Ranger and Rogue classes for the most part, and that's kind of where I have made my home. I just kind of show up and know that I'm just there, and that's just kind of how it goes.
Love it. I love it. So yeah, because you have no Bard abilities, right? Like, you're not a Bard.
Yeah.
So that it's an interesting thing if anybody were to find that out, sort of in character. Why you're a Bard major but aren't a Bard. We'll move from there over to Ashlyn, who, Ashlyn, I will remind you of the 4 houses.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think which one would be good. Sorry.
No, you're good. House Shinzo represents heart. House Kokoro represents mind. House Tamashi represents soul. And House Karada represents the body. Where do you think our little class clown prankster would end up?
Poppy, hear me out.
What?
Mind, because you're outsmarting.
Okay, I'm in house Kokoro.
House Kokoro?
Yes.
I love that. What does your little area sort of look like?
My room is like class clown. Like my room is just a mess. Like nothing. Like what do you think? Like someone like who have a cool mind want to have like a clean room? No, there's nothing organized. Like there are books in one corner. There are trinkets. There are different stuff they like to build just to make their pranks. And then their bed that is never kept. It is just everywhere is a mess. There's nothing. You can barely see the walls. Like everything is covered in something. Because
Sounds like my bedroom.
that's where they stay. They have no place to go outside of school. They don't have a family. They have not seen their family in years. Like they barely have any photos of their family on their wall. Most of the stuff that's on the walls are like posters, maps, just a whole lot of shit just to help them with pranks.
I cannot reiterate enough that this is an academy of, like, college-age students. This is a 16-year-old's bed. Like, this is just a clusterfuck of various sort of knickknacks and hobbies that might have been taken up for like a week before Ashlyn got bored and did another one. And then there's a desk, if you want to call it that, of like where they sit and create their next prank. Their blueprints for stuff that they've created strewn about along the room, and yet somehow they can find whatever they need because they know where they know where it is. Ashlyn, what have you majored in? What, if any, other classes?
My major is a sorcerer. They love just practicing magic, chaotic magic, some will say. But they also take artificer classes if there's something similar to that.
Yeah, for sure. There's an artificers club. They have been trying to get artificer classes into the curriculum of Defendus Academy for a couple of years now. It hasn't really gone through yet, but there are certainly, parts of the like warrior and guardian classes are blacksmithing and weaponsmithing, armor smithing, that kind of thing. So there are certain things that you can learn from that. But as for official artificer classes, not this year, maybe next year.
Yeah. I think they're in the artificer club, like just...
Oh, for sure. Yeah, you are in Professor Weber's Artificers Club. You are very, very aware of a clank by the name of Hector Junge. There, who...
That's how you pronounce that?
Hector Junge. Yes.
Amazing. At least I don't talk.
Who is a clank, kind of like a created construct student that Professor Weber considers to be their son. who is super fascinated with mortal culture and is doing their best to learn and assimilate into it. Over to... Well, we're going to skip Piper. Although, Piper, let's go ahead and ask you, how have you decided to kind of make your area your own?
There isn't much, because obviously just got there, right?
Right.
But there's some notebooks nearby. Some looking as old as quite a few years old. Like, these have clearly been kept over goodness knows how long, but Piper takes everywhere. There's also this one, like, relatively large notebook, right? So all the others are like small notebooks that you could write maybe a bit per page kind of notebooks.
Right.
There's this one relatively large notebook kind of splayed out, notes lying everywhere connected to it, but maybe not written in the book, little sticky notes. And then there's also some posters from musicals and stuff that Piper likes. So a lot of notebooks and some posters, basically.
You are given, along with everybody else, an itinerary to kind of pick what you would like to be majoring in this year and other classes that you would like to. So, what are we looking at?
Piper's going to be in majoring in bard classes.
Are there any other classes that you wish to take?
I think Piper would also probably take maybe a bit of rogue classes as well. Kind of, and literature studies. You know, I mean, some rogue classes and literature studies as well.
I love that, because Piper's very much of the shit disturber variety. Which manifests itself either as a bard or as a rogue. Why not both?
And Piper's job is screw it, why not both?
Exactly. Obviously, as you guys are seeing here, the class get hers at. But...
He's a barbarian, and her room is really dark, gloomy.
Yeah, that's definitely what's going on here.
Nah, her room's I can guarantee her room's a mini library.
Oh,
It's just turned into books everywhere. Why can I guarantee this? I know B's character quite well because our characters are twins.
I'm gonna switch over to my iPad. This might get a little complicated here for a minute. Hang on.
That's okay.
You got a musical nerd and a book nerd. Two different types of nerds.
And then, but last but certainly not least, Calathea. Probably the easiest of the characters to understand what their major is. But, why don't you go ahead and tell us what house you're in, kind of what your area sort of looks like. And, you know, for the sake of having it be said, your major and other classes.
I'm assuming it's probably going to be House Karate, the body.
House Karada, yes.
As
really?
you know, the head coach of the Mox is the head master of that particular house. Hooray!
Yes.
Yep, definitely majoring in wizard, as you all have figured out by now.
Totally.
100%.
Absolutely. Can you imagine if you just found out later on that?
Yep.
I mean,
Totally a wizard. Now I've been rolling as a guardian. Could
you imagine though if Calathea had like a shit ton of magical powers and we had no idea, and then just one day?
Yeah, everything that I've been doing has just been my spells.
Right.
Yeah, pretty much. What other are there any other classes that you take, or are you just kind of solely focused on?
That's been mostly her main focus. Has been definitely Guardian. It's been kind of her sole driving focus for quite a while.
Yeah,
Wanting to step up and protect people.
there's not a lot of elective classes that see you other than Guardian classes, obviously standard. There's a very sort of, I hesitate to say soldier aspect of Calathea, because it's not. It's not that there's a lack of emotion. It's just it's almost monk-esque how kind of dedicated to her cause she is. Like, monk / paladin-y. It's just very, very tunnel focused, but occasionally you get to see a bit of a side of her that says, like, there's something else going on. There's a personality here.
I'll probably say also maybe another one of the electives that I'm not sure if anyone else has stated much for, but you might be surprised to see that Calthea has actually probably taken visual arts.
Ooh.
Painting, drawing on the side.
Yeah, for sure.
Piper would probably take that as well. I did not see that was an option. Piper will take anything creative. You know what I mean?
For sure. Calathea, do you think you have ever helped the performing arts clubs, like with painting backdrops?
She's probably volunteered. It's what, maybe a year or two into the program that she's been there. So yeah, probably has volunteered and helped with that.
It's also probably like a case of voluntold. Like someone came across your art and was like, "Hey, have you thought of?"
Probably.
Now, rogue classes are probably more than likely going to take place in the nighttime. Ranger classes, on the other hand, there's something to be said about ranging in the night. But we're early on in the school year, and maybe let's not throw people headfirst into darkness. And you have your ranger classes, Alex, at bright and early in the
Ew.
Which of course, Alex, total morning person.
So super.
Already has like full resting bitch face and is not happy about about having to get up in the morning.
So I was just watching Monsters University last night, and there's a whole scene where they're like practicing, and then he's like, "My Aunt Phyllis, in the morning." Exactly. That's Alex right now.
Alex, along with your itinerary, when you select your major as like ranger.
Sure. Oh my god. Did that just flip me?
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, my camera's traveling D&D, folks. It gets a little funky here.
I mean, it was doing good for us.
It was fine. Okay.
This happens with all of you, but basically as soon as you're done picking your stuff and you sign at the bottom, your itinerary rolls itself up and moves away.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Alex, you are given a note. Basically, a note reappears in the place of your itinerary with very, very shitty writing. Like, this looks like it was written is very badly, very large, that says, "Come hungry," and it is signed by
Cool.
Coach Bainsfang.
Oh, okay. All right. Sure.
So
I shan't eat.
So you show up. Ranger classes happen outside because, of course, they do. What good
Yeah.
would Ranger classes? Well, okay. Each class has its own kind of history aspect to it, which will take place indoors, and is, for the most part, the most boring part of your classes. But the teachers want to get you excited for another year of adventuring and all that good level shit. So, your first couple of classes are going to take place outside. Out by the various sort of foresty areas, not specifically the Tenebrae or Lux Forest, just kind of like a general foresty area outside of
Sure.
the academy proper.
You got the Tenebrae, you got the Lux, you got no man's land.
You got some trees and shit.
Trees and shit. Trees and shit forest.
Trees and shit
Perfect.
forest.
That's what we call it here
What the students
at
call it for
Defendus.
sure. They're just like, hey,
Right.
these are specific enough to be like, holy shit, and these are just some trees and shit.
Yeah. Holy shit, trees and shit.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Bright, sparkly, dark and mysterious trees and shit.
Perfect.
You can see that a group of students have shown up. That there's obviously some people there that you don't recognize that are some first year. But that there seems to be no sign of a.
Cool.
How do you show up? How do you integrate or not? Is there anything you're looking for?
I think in general, well, first of all, it's morning. This is morning? This is how early in the morning?
We're looking at a good, like, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning.
Ew. The fact that I even got up for this class says a lot.
6 or 7 o'clock in the morning, Scheiße.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
like,
truth
you're
be
looking,
told,
you're looking at,
before
like, the
noon.
sun just cresting up kind of thing.
Truth be told, Calthea probably got up an hour before that and was running on the track.
Yeah, you right.
Yeah, more than likely.
So, I think Alex, to kind of cope, would just plug in her headphones, pop them in, scroll on her iPod, just vibe. Maybe, you know what, cross-legged, waiting mode right now.
You're just kind of like
Just
sitting
kind
on
of
the
watching these. Yeah, just kind of watch, which, is something that Alexa would do.
ground. Oh, 100%.
I'm a cross-legged bitch. I just say if it's a six. Cross-legged on the ground, just kind of in the middle of everyone, just kind of waiting. And the funny thing is, usually when you do that, a lot of people just kind of join you.
Yeah, 100%.
Because if we're just standing out in the middle of nowhere.
You see that, like, the students who have been here for a while and are kind of apprehensive towards you, they don't
Mhm.
really sit with you. Everybody, like, all of, like, it's funny, there's a crowd of, like, new kids that just kind of look back and are like, wait, we stand? Sit?
Right.
They're like, okay, sure. So they just kind of, you end up, like, accidentally creating a circle of, like, camper kids,
Oh
essentially.
god.
And, like, as you're zoning out, like, between songs,
Right,
you,
I
like,
don't even
look up and
notice.
you're like, and you get like like as one of your songs is about to finish, you get bopped in the head by what essentially looks like a tiny beach ball. Um,
Does
you
it just
sort of
go across? Like,
it just sort of bonks off your forehead and sort
oh,
of
so I
rolls
catch
into
it?
like the center of the group
Oh gosh.
as like you look up and people are kind of looking at you, and then they look over at another girl who you quickly put together as like the one who threw it, and she looks very sort of apologetic. Uh, as you look up with this like main character from Toradora like shit-eating fucking look on your face, you see this like corn yellow haired fawn who is sitting as best she can on the floor, hair pulled back into like double braids.
Hmm.
What kind of like an interesting thing that you note about her is two things. One, she's not in armor.
Hmm.
This. Oh no, she would be in like very basic. She's not the one that's. She's in like very basic armor, but what she
Sure.
does have is she seems to have a very fluffy, sort of, blue that is like so bright it almost looks white.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she has that in like a scarf,
Oh,
and it's about like
okay.
that thick around
Yeah.
her neck, which is really weird for the current weather because it's like, it's like September, so it's not
Yeah.
cold, but there's a bit of a chill, I guess.
Sure.
Um, and do you take your headphones out, or do you just like look at this girl?
I just kind of look at her. Still
You
got
can see
music
her
playing.
mouthing.
Sneakily put it down. Yeah, as that happens, I just sneakily like turn the volume down slowly.
And you can kind of hear her be like, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that you weren't part of the game. We were just kind of doing like, getting to know you game. And realized that it was to you. So, and you kind of started
Kira,
this whole
Kira,
thing. Why?
you can't. Oh, my heart. The accent and everything. It's fine. So Alex is just holding this beach ball. Hands it to the person next to her.
Yeah, that's fine. Obviously it's, it's up to comfort levels and, sorry.
Turns all the volume up again.
Right.
Secretly, Kira. Secretly, Kira. Alex
Uh-huh.
is kind of a little upset that she couldn't join in on the game because she can't say anything about herself.
I'm gonna have her insight check you.
Okay. Okay. Wait, I
Uh,
need to find my dice because
Yeah,
I
go ahead and
migrated
give
and
me
now
a presence roll.
okay. I have to find them because I kind of ran around the room. Oh, they're right here. I left them in the bathroom for some fucking reason because of course I did. Okay. This is gonna take me a minute. I'm gonna flip that. Okay. Pull up Demiplane.
I'm gonna get you to
Pop
give me a
ahead and
presence
open.
roll, and then after that, I'm also going to have Sting.
Okay. Why? They're sticking together. Oh, Zach, you missed it. I'll throw you my dice in a little bit here. Okay, a presence roll.
Yes. See how much you can hide your.
Oh, I crit on 11s. What the fuck?
Not the 11s.
What is
What's up with
the 11s?
What the shit,
You guys gonna
guys?
become the Mighty 11? Like, what is this?
I have not crit on 11. I have not crit on 11.
I mean,
It's your turn next, Stoppy.
I could
What the
roll a nat
hell?
20, but let's just. Yeah, no, that's not. You are able to very easily hide your expression before that happens. I
Yeah,
would say clear as
'cause she
stress, but
doesn't
it's
even-
the beginning of the fucking day. Go ahead and take a hope point.
Oh, right. It's gonna be interesting figuring out demi-plane. Oh, on my mobile. Okay, got it. Wait, we start with 2 though, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Except for
Okay, so now I'm at
anybody
3.
who did the prepare action as part of their downtime.
I think I did,
Which I
is
think
why
you
I probably
did.
reset it. Yeah, okay.
So you should be up to 4.
That sounds right. Yeah, okay, cool, we're there.
And hey, may even be up to 5 because I need you to give me that instinct roll.
Oh my fucking god. I swear to god, if it's another set of 11s, I'm gonna throw hands. No, it's definitely not.
Okay.
It is a 15 with fear.
15 with fear.
Yeah. Wait, oh, sorry, what was that? That's a instinct? 16
Yes.
with fear.
16 with fear.
Yes. Forgot to add that.
Before you kind of turn the volume up, and she's sort of talking, there's a break in between her sentences where you can hear a sort of that seems to come from her. You have no fucking clue what this noise is. It sounds like some sort of like a purr slash rustling. No idea.
Okay.
But you did hear.
With the crit on deception, can I pretend like I didn't hear shit?
Yeah, 100%.
Like genuinely that I am not even listening.
Yeah,
No
like,
volume on the device.
You have your headphones in, and you can just barely see the standing group of like students that have been here before start to part very slowly as what seems to be a very large direwolf starts to slowly trek through the middle of their group, coming up towards this group of starter students and you.
Do I know this professor well enough to think that this might be them?
You very much know Coach Bain.
Okay. Okay, cool.
You also know that he absolutely loves to scare the shit out of starter students on the first day.
Awesome.
You also know that you brace yourself a little bit because Coach Bane's Fang's roar can be heard over the loudest setting on your
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And
just crank the volume up real quick.
You are just like, I'll deal with hearing problems when I'm older. And you can just barely hear this roar go up as a group, in a circle around you, just fucking scatters. You can see actually that some of them hold weapons, and you can see like arcane spell energy come up as the rest of the group of kids are laughing there. He looks over at you, Alex, and gives you a little bit of that nod of class is beginning, turn your fucking music.
Down? Hold on. This
It's
is an
a
interesting
look. He
point.
doesn't say down.
No, that's fine. I'm curious if like it's normal for me to have music in while class is happening, or if it's just like
You tell me.
not a cool thing. Um,
Is that like
you know
sort of
what? I feel like
background noise, that background
I feel
melody,
like
something that kind of keeps her?
I think so, and I think it's almost like a they know that it's like a sensory thing, be a trauma thing, and I think that that's like it probably
For
is
sure.
cool. She doesn't wear like big bulky headphones necessarily. They're actually just little earbuds, but yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I think that he definitely is aware of your sense.
He knows when I'm paying attention.
So
Yeah.
he's just like enough that you can hear.
Yeah, that's fine. Turns it down.
Yeah, there's a difference between background noise and you being disrespectful.
Yeah, and he's a
Um,
cool guy. I do it, no problem.
Oh yeah, a bit of a dude, bro, but you can kind of see him sit back, this shock of sort of brown fur, white tipped edges. If anybody is like a Pokemon fan, think of a like dire wolf mixed with like a Lycanroc midnight form or dusk form. And he sits back and he goes, that's all. Anyway, welcome to Ranger classes here at Defendus Academy. My name is Mr. Bainesfang. Oh, Mr. Bainesfang, while I am your teacher. Coach Bainesfang, if any of you all to show up for mock sports tryouts next. But, I think I can tell which of you will not be showing up. Which of you? He kind of starts looking around at people who still kind of have their weapons raised. Like, they haven't lowered their weapons. Not like they're going to attack him, but more like
what the fuck?
Frozen. Goes, actually. Good.
It's an interesting litmus test. I will say that. You know, I think Alex gets a kick out of this every year.
Oh yeah, there's definitely like a certain level of I have just traumatized my students.
Right, yeah.
But you know, you get the feeling that this teacher might be slightly on the level of toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
Where he's just kind of like, get the fuck over.
Sure. Here, I'm gonna send you something you don't have to look at now, but
yeah, no problem. He goes, well, that's because foraging for our breakfast today. I want to see where you're at, see how much work I can. So, follow me. Do not break a path. Students who loved to. She almost got eaten. So, stick by.
his name is Bainesfang?
Bainesfang.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, great. Just making a note. Thank you.
Let's go ahead and get what's going to be the closest thing to survival is going to be instinct. So, let's get an instinct roll from you. To see how good your foraging is. How good your breakfast is.
Ooh. Actually, I think I have a thing. Hang on, wait.
What do you have?
That's in features. That's evasion. That's a thing. I thought there was a thing about, well, path forward could kind of fit here, maybe. That's where, if I'm headed to a direction, for a place you previously visited.
Most useful path.
Yeah, yes. But I thought there was something in tracking that I had. Hang on.
This is foraging, not tracking.
Gifted tracker. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's not the same. It does say signs of their passage, but it's okay. I'll just do it regular. Okay, it's hope at least. 15, 16 again.
16 with hope.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and take your hope point. You are acutely aware of sort of how to find certain fruit trees,
Mm-hmm.
and what's funny is, like, do you take anybody with you? Like, do you give any sort of nod to anybody to, like, hey, there's some stuff over here, or do you just this is for me, this is my breakfast?
Whether they follow me or not is their prerogative. I'm not gonna stop anyone from following me, but I'm not intentionally showing nobody where anything is.
Now, you know that this is off the path. Now, you also do have that thing where you can find the shortest, quickest, and safest path back. So you know that this is probably not a problem for you.
Yeah. These newbies, on the other hand.
These newbies, on the other hand, you know, might not be there yet. But do you decide to go off the path for the good apples?
Fuck yeah, it's my breakfast. If I'm gonna be up this early.
Oh, hell yeah. You're going and you find just the rubiest of red. It's got the crunch, but it's got that, like, sweet taste to it.
Mm-hmm.
And you can hear sort of plopping behind you. As you can see the girl who had kind of thrown the ball at you earlier, has just kind of been like, hey, I think he said that we're not supposed to go off the... Wow. It's red since back.
Just kind of rolls her eyes. Keeps picking apples. Takes like 2.
I just wanted to apologize for earlier. I didn't want to put you in, like, a bad situation.
Kind of looks at her. Chomps on apple.
Just, I guess I'm kind of new here, don't really know what I'm doing. You haven't heard of... You seem to be really good at this. Haven't, like, where to break food.
Do I know what Drake food is?
Do you know what a drake is? Go ahead and give
Better
me a
question.
knowledge.
See, this is where I'm slowly trying to figure stuff out about this. Again, I thought I had a thing that was like knowing things about animals.
It might be one of your experiences?
Nah. Well, wait, yes. Wait, not that, but something else. Well read. You advantage on any roles you do. Deal with the history, culture, or politics of a person. It says person or place. I don't know if you'll
it might
allow that.
Places. So,
okay.
Yeah, I would say go ahead and take advantage of this roll.
Okay. 13 knowledge, though. Hang on. 13 straight. But it is with fear.
13 with fear. It occurs to you that drakes are, like, smaller, feetless versions of dragons.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And you know what a dragon is, because there's nobody who doesn't know what a fucking dragon is. They're very, very powerful, very dangerous. And this girl is asking you for food for them, which makes you think that, like, this girl might be indebted to a dragon.
Indebted?
Yeah, well...
Is that what I'm thinking?
Yeah,
okay.
either a dragon is making her get food, or like you don't. That's kind of the fear aspect of this role. Is
Right,
like,
yeah. I
why
figured.
does this girl need food for a dragon?
Yeah. Okay. So just kind of give her a look of like you need dragon food? Like we're
Like-
talking dragon food?
I understand. I submitted some notice boards, so hope.
I just look at her and I'm like, kind of giving her this look of like, no, like I know where to find it. I think, Akira. But
You
like,
would know that it's not around here. Like you would have to go to, like specifically
oh, okay. So
to
then-
someone. You could probably find out where to get it,
Yeah,
but you're not gonna find it at your local like Magic 7
pet shop.
Like,
Gotcha. Like, okay. Like, sure, I could know where it is, but what the fuck? Why do you need it? Kind of face. Like,
you can see that your hand goes up and like close to her to kind of stop. Like, hey, no, that's not what I mean.
hmm
And her scarf, moves slightly and
hmm
peeks a head out to kind
It
of
what?
come out and sniff your hand.
Oh! Oh, wait, that's the little Drake? Oh, that's so cute! Oh!
Does this thing just kind of like comes out from around her neck and floats?
I like take a step back because I'm not expecting that.
Oh, sorry, this is long. Not like he's long, but like his name is long. I mean, he is kind of long,
Oh,
but also his name is. Yeah, it's Japanese for dragon, and I thought it would be interesting because that's where I met him. And I'm sort of.
Japan. Hold on. She met him in Japan.
She met him in Japan.
Kira,
Yep.
I'm gonna need some explanation here. Is this behind the veil or in front of the veil?
People from behind.
Where's Japan?
Like, there's behind the veil all over the world.
Of the world. So this
Yes.
is Earth, but like second Earth.
This is
like
100%
I see.
modern day Earth. Like, there are
I
TV
see.
shows, movies, cars,
right.
that sort of thing. But
Uh-huh.
then there's behind the veil, which almost acts as like parallel dimension Earth.
Yeah. Okay, cool. That makes
her
sense. So there's
mention in
almost like a
Japan,
literal
though, is like, yeah, she's been in front of the veil. That
Uh-huh.
can happen.
Wait, hold on. No.
It's a one way. It's a
Right,
one-way
but I
kind
was-
of thing. People from behind can go in front and then come back behind. Like, that's
Yes.
fine. Because they already know about the other side.
That makes sense. However, I thought that you were saying that there's basically as if it was like Earth, and then there's like, let's say past the atmosphere. We'll say that's the veil.
Yeah.
There's like a second Earth, or whatever. That's like the same Earth that you're like. There's two universes at any given coordinates,
Correct.
basically. So there is a Japan behind the veil and a Japan in front of the
There's a
veil.
Japan in front of the veil. There's an equivalent area of behind
Right.
the veil.
That has Japanese culture, but mixed with our
Correct.
magical world stuff. So, on that concept, though, I'm getting into lore shit here and
Yes,
questions.
go ahead.
Where are we? What is Defendus Academy?
So
Like, are
Defendus
we
Academy
California,
is, like, North
Canada?
America.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's that
so-
big?
Yes.
Oh,
You're in one specific part of it, obviously,
yeah,
but
sure.
Defendus Academy is universe adjacent to like Mexico, United States, Canada.
Right. Got it.
Defendus. Okay, so specifically, you don't
Yes.
know because people have to travel to get to Defendus.
Okay.
You've never seen anyone
Oh.
cross the veil at the academy itself.
Interesting. Okay, so it's almost like a third alternate dimension
When I say I
that's
borrowed
separate.
this heavily from the wizarding school we're not allowed to talk about anymore.
Okay.
I mean this very heavily. Like, it is not a place that you get to magically, which is why every time you've seen someone get to Defendus Academy, it is by car, by buggy, sometimes by boat,
Broomstick.
broomstick, but never teleportation, magic
I see.
circle.
Okay. I'm sure we'll get into this more at some point off camera and stuff. I myself, Alexis, trying to
For
understand a
sure,
little
and
bit.
I like it to be on camera as well, so never.
Sweet. Hell yeah.
But she just kind of goes, yeah, it's really difficult to find food for him. So, not that he can't eat stuff that we eat, but I'm gonna try and make it specific for him. Good for the diet, you know?
Alex reaches his hand out to like go to pet, but like obviously stops and is asking permission through body
Yeah, and you can
language.
see that it sniffs, like looking at you, and almost kind of mimics your expression.
And a tilt head.
Tilt's head. Like, it kind of like keeps, like, seems to be like matching you tilt for tilt. And it just kind of like leans into the petting.
Nuzzles in. Kind of rubs down body.
So she just kind of goes.
Accidentally touches girl and like takes hand back.
You can see that she kind of like recoils a little bit too. And I'm not even gonna make you roll for this. There is like slight gay panic.
Sweet.
Where she's just kind of like, I find this person really interesting because you stick out like a sore thumb when you're not sneaking around. Because, like, as a person, as a personality,
Yeah.
you are nothing like anybody.
Have I seen this girl around at all? Do I know anything about her, or is she like possibly brand new to this school?
You would assume if someone was walking around with a fucking mic, you would have at least heard about it.
I would have known.
So
yeah.
You're guessing probably, and also she was part of the group of new students.
Mm-hmm.
So you would assume probably she's a year.
Cool.
We should head back, and by that I mean I don't know if I can find my way.
Kind of smirks. Just kind of starts. Starts walking. Realizes she never actually took an apple. Takes the second apple and throws it up in the air toward her.
You can see her, as it kind of starts to like go over her head. She does a fingerless whistle, and Long just kind of goes up, swirls around it, and sends it back her way.
Got it. Sweet.
She goes, "Thanks."
And we walk off back toward class.
Back. And from there, we will skip over to track field, because Ashley, you are actually not currently in class yet. You are bright and early to get your actual punishment.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you come to find Miss Abra standing outside of your dormitory, being like, not letting you get away that easy.
I did make a promise.
Yeah, well,
I'm
you made
ready.
a promise last time, and I had to fucking chase you into the forest.
I promise I'll finish this time. I'll make sure.
that your dedication to your punishment, or you don't want to get bitten by another alligator?
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
Both, honestly, because that was not fun. But I'm willing to do it still.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't go into the Tenebrae forest. It's fine. It's fine. She escorts you over to the track field where Calathea is probably already like a good 10 laps in.
Okay.
And you can actually see Ashley and Miss Abra, or Ashlyn and Abra, showing up. And Miss Abra, this very tiny kind of goblin teacher, signals you over. Calathea, come here. I want to make this a little interesting.
No.
Do you
Shrugs
head
about
over?
halfway through. Shrugs about halfway through and kind of crosses the track over.
So, how many laps have you done so far this morning? And she's
I don't
saying to
I don't know. Let's roll for it. What do you want me to roll?
D100.
D100. Roll a
Okay,
D20.
D100.
You want to roll a D100?
let's do it.
Yeah, go for it.
See how early I really got up. Yeah, 37.
37. You
Do with
guys-
that as you wish, Dungeon Master.
I love it. I love it. She turns around and goes, 37. In order to get to 50, you would need 13 more. Okay, very interesting. If somehow you can complete, let's go ahead and say, and she's looking over at Ashlyn when she's, if you can complete, I'll give you a 3-lap grace. If you can complete 10 laps before Calathea finishes her 50, you're good for the rest of the day.
Okay. I'll try. But I think I got this.
And she just kind of chuckles and is like, yeah, you got this. Alright. Places. And she gets you guys ready and kind of fires off like an arcane bolt from her finger to signal both of you heading off. Go ahead and give me strength checks.
Oh no, I have a -1 in this.
Oh
I have a
no!
minus.
It's almost like she set you up for failure.
Can I admit both my dice rolled off my dice star? Can I re-roll?
Yeah, go ahead.
$11 with hope. No, 21 with hope. No, 20 with hope because I have to do the minus.
20 with hope. It's not bad.
22 with hope.
Sorry, you rolled an 11 and a 10?
Yes.
That's pretty good.
That was real close.
But a 22 with hope.
Yeah.
So both of you go ahead and take your hope points. You see that you are pretty fresh, Ashlyn. Like you're just starting your day. Calathea has already done like 37, but is like, and you're pretty neck and neck for about 5 laps before it starts to pull just a little bit ahead of you. Like, that's not good.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that either of you are doing in this meantime, or just focusing on the?
Focusing on the track for me.
Part of her morning routine, she's just working out, works on the track.
Okay, we'll get one final strength roll from the both of you. I will say that, yeah, there's gonna be a -2 on Ashlyn's roll because you're lost by 2 before.
Mm-hmm.
So this will be basically -3 altogether.
That is a 3. No, that's a 4 with hope.
Stupid error.
Very well.
least
Go
it's
ahead
with
and take
hope.
your hope. I think
You
it
gotta
might
pick
be
up
a
a bit
physical impossibility for Calathea at this point to lose. But let's find out just how much you're beaten.
It's gotta remember to add the dice together. 13 hopeful.
Hopeful.
That's a -9.
That is a 9-point loss. Yeah, like I'm pretty sure the lowest that Calathea could roll was a 3, which
4.
with your +1. Wait, you have a +2 to strength.
Yeah.
So
Also, technically, if she rolled a 2, that would be a crit.
that's what I'm saying. Is like the lowest you could roll without it being an auto crit would be a
Mhm.
3, like a 1 and a 2.
Yeah.
+2 would be 5.
Yeah.
Um.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
So, yeah, like, obviously, Calathea is starting to slow down at this point. Ashlyn, you realize that in your eagerness to, once again, get out of your punishment,
No,
you're...
they would still do it. They made the promise.
Yes, but you also took the bet.
True.
You could have said no to the bet and just been like, no, I'll just do my normal thing. But you went and tried to get out of it. And because of that, you kind of overexert yourself. And you can feel that kind of arcane, chaotic spark that you have try and make you go faster. And it does for a quick second, but you can't get your footing underneath it. And you go face shredding across gravel. Go ahead and take a stress, please. And Miss Aber just kind of walks up and goes, kid, you're gonna learn. You're either gonna learn because you want to, or you're gonna learn because you have to.
I don't know. Out of character, I don't know why I agreed to the bet when it came to Calathea.
I think it was good because like the way that you so eagerly were like, yeah, I'll take that bet. Like I feel like that is totally something Ashlyn would do.
Yeah, also remember, I am still somewhat out of it, but I'm like, my energy is there. It's just my brain's like needs something to do in the
Sure.
dead space for my character.
But she just kind of goes, come on your feet.
I get up and I stretch.
40 more, and this time try and pace yourself.
Don't I have 15 more? It's not 4 because I did half last time.
Oh, did you think that those counted?
Yes.
Sorry, you thought the one where you decided to book it from me and run into the forest. You thought those counted. Oh.
Yes.
You're a sweet, sweet summer child. 40 more. Pace yourself.
Can I take a break at 10 laps each? But I'll make sure to stay here.
I'll give you a 30-second break.
Yes.
Catch your breath. As you do, kind of Calathea rolls up, having completed her 50th. And you see Miss Abra is like, Calathea, your Coach Baines Fang wanted me to pass along this message to you because he's got classes this morning. Practices officially will begin after tryouts, but we have this weekend, the notice board is going to be going up, as well as the club's fair, where everybody will be trying to get to join their various clubs. So if that's something that you have an interest in, coordinate with the coach and team, and see what you can do.
I guess probably shooting back a bottle of water just kind of gives a quick nod.
Where is Aubrey? Do you think that you would have taken her to the principal beforehand or afterwards, or like what is your plan?
Aubrey. Oh yeah, it's the new girl.
Crater girl, yes.
Crater girl. She's probably still back at the dorm, as this is like 5-6 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, so you left the in front of the veil girl back at your dorm with a bunch of races and arcane abilities that she's never seen.
Probably in my own
sleepy
room.
bitch.
Probably in my room. I kind of like probably set up something for her to sleep.
More than likely. She does eventually. Well, yeah, you're basically banking on the fact that she'll still be asleep or basically be waking up by the time you get back. Let's see how lucky you are. You want your lucky to be even or odd?
I don't know. Let's see here. Sleep.
Okay. So, you get back, and just as you left her, she is just absolutely snoring away. She's puckered out from the event. Right?
This girl found out she had powers and used magic.
This girl found out that the TV show she worked for was real.
How is she not exhausted?
She's absolutely fuckered. You kind of sling the door open, and you can hear her just kind of beginning to wake up. And she's like, "Hey, so is there or like what's? I don't want to go anywhere with any sort of mission, or I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna see."
I thought she was gonna ask, is there a bathroom?
I think she was going to ask, like, is there breakfast? Is there a bathroom? Is there like this, that, and the other thing? And just kind of summarized it all as like, what's the fucking plan? And she's like, I don't know if this question is stupid.
I guess Calathea looks and kind of smiles.
Just letting you know, Med, I've taken away the hope because I mixed the dice up. I'm so sorry.
No, you're good.
Hopeful.
You are less hopeful. Probably because you ate shit on gravel.
Out
Yeah.
there probably smells her arm and goes, Yes, there is a washroom. I definitely need a shower. I just did 50 laps on the track.
What if you...
Takes a look over at the, I guess, a clock. What time is it now? Would it be?
It would be probably around, like, 7-ish.
Fair. Takes over the clock. 5:30, give or take.
Oh. I guess if I was in, like... Okay.
The roses smell you back.
In Soviet Defendus, roses smell you.
That's our food. I probably have some, I don't know. Probably some leftover chicken and maybe some toast and bread in the fridge over there. Protein.
Yeah, you're like
Magical
full of-
Defendus Academy equivalent of protein shakes.
You don't even need that. You can have protein shakes.
Protein shakes in the...
Yeah, you like your whole thing is like protein and
Against
carb
fruits.
loading. So she's just kind of looking through, being like, "Oh, right. So, yes."
I mean,
no, that's fine. It's no chicken's great.
I could take you down to the commissary after I have my shower.
Fair enough. I'm going to. You just see, like, as she's heading towards another one in the bathroom, full orc steps out of their room. She's just like, motherfucker. That's. I'm gonna go to the washroom because that is a perfect place to piss myself.
Oh, and before she does that, she kind of goes, 1 second. Kind of goes into her closet, probably pulls out an old, maybe like an old sport jacket. It's like, probably your size, probably from like her first year. It's like, tosses it towards her, like so a little less conspicuous. No one would question some random student walking around with a Defendus Academy sports team jacket, let alone just some random clothes that look like there's not even from behind the veil.
Thanks. This'll. And you see that it, because of your size, which is still smaller compared to most people, but is tall for a fairy, it, like, is just a little bit midriff cut. And she just kind of goes, like, oh no, wait, hold on. Okay, dragon.
Fantasy hand-me-downs.
Sorry, I wasn't a big, like, watcher of the show. Read some of the scripts. Wanted to be an extra. And listen. Okay.
We've seen the show Behind the Veil, right?
You guys could have seen the show. You definitely know it exists.
Fair enough. Wasn't sure how much we knew about the show or the animated series or whatever Behind the Veil.
Yeah, because, like, you guys have televisions and stuff like that, so you can, and, like, they're magically tuned as well to get, like, shows behind and in front of the veil. So, yeah, you guys could have
Just watch
100% seen the
Bridgerton.
show. You could be even fans of the show. That you're just like, they only wish they did.
Yeah, I think Althea would crack a smile at that mention about the show and the extras. And she's just like giving that little face of stupor of like, If they only knew.
Oh, I guess I'll wait for you. Commentary?
Yeah, won't be long.
Sounds good.
Try to not talk about much.
Uh, she, like, sort of weaves her way in between a bunch of people that she's just kind of, like, looking up and down around. Passes a what she thinks is just like a giant mushroom. And you can see she just tries to like scoot it to the side because it's in front of the bathroom door. It's just like mushroom, and just like slaps at her foot and it's like, "Hey, fuck you think you doing? Okay, they ain't no cutting in line here. Okay,
I'm pruning here.
I'm fucking pissing here. Okay." And she goes, "I'm sorry. Mushroom person." And he goes, "Seen a mongrel before? Call me a. Let's go. Just call me a fucking mushroom person."
I kind of saw him walk over and was like, please forgive my friend here. She's a little groggy without the calf.
No, I get it. Hey, don't fucking talk to me till I have my coffee kind of person.
100%.
Right. Get one. And as someone comes out, he just kind of steps in. The door closes behind. You have no idea how, because this guy is not tall enough to reach the knob. But he goes, he's gonna not touch anything we're talking. She waits and she eventually uses the bathroom and just kind of sits in the common area while you have your shower. Everybody, now, this is the house that focuses on the body, the physical. Everybody here, even like chubby people, are like that, like kind of muscular chubby. Like the kind of like Samoa Joes like that you see, and there's more than enough of the fair share of dude bros, but for the most part, everybody knows to kind of keep it civil. They're talking about tryouts. They're talking about, there are certain people in your house that are of your area. Including one member of your Defendus Dragon Turtles that you remember getting talked about recently. That being, I'm not gonna up again. Reed Pier, a fairy that was recently talked about by Piper and Sonata as being Aubrey kind of gets up. Goes,
Yeah, indeed. Don't feel quite overwhelmed. We are going to speak with someone important that may understand or may have some answers as to what is going on here.
"Yeah, sure."
I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to surprise you. It is Principal Defendus, Headmaster Defendus.
Like Vincent Defendus, the big guy.
Yes.
Okay, that's cool. So nice to like me. Um,
Kind of flash it, or her eyes kind of flash momentarily up to the horn, like
not.
realizing that not everyone's quite used to being around.
I don't mean to offend. It's just a lot. It's been a lot.
It's fair. I mean, I somewhat understand. To me, this is normal. All this is normal. But I kind of can sympathize in a way.
Sure. Okay, should we get going or?
Not at all.
And you kind of lead her in to the Defendus Academy proper, back to the what looks like a small room, but you know for sure is much bigger on the inside. And you kind of like knock on in and are told, yes, come in. You see Principal Defendus is having a bit of like an early morning discussion with both Mr. Montgomery, Sir Sharuda, your guardian teacher. And they're just kind of, don't really know what they've been talking about, but they've just been kind of, and they're like, oh, hello there. Is there something that we can do for you? And Principal Defendus kind of looks over and sees it. This is the matter of which we talked about last night?
Yes. You did ask me to bring her over.
I did. And you can see that she's looking over because Sir Sharudo is human as well, but Mr. Montgomery is a full-on monkey man, and she just kind of goes, yeah, this might as well. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Okay, hey there, Mr. Defendus, sir, incredible to meet you. He goes, well, wish that we could be meeting under better circumstances. Sorry. And she's like, I could be worse. Much worse. Your students protected me very well. Yeah, physically I'm great. Like super well rested, not injured. Mentally, and he just kind of chuckles and he's like, it's a lot. It's a lot. Because I understand. I was also told that apparently you yourself as well. She goes, grabbed a stick that was glowing and I shot something at an alligator-sized eel. I think that happened. She just kind of like looks over at you, Calathea. Forgetting anything?
Not that I can recall.
That all happened, right? Like,
Indeed, it was.
hey, yes. 'Cause interesting. You might latent arcane abilities. We're going to, for now, set you up with itinerary. Um, Here's the thing. We can send you back home. And wipe your memory, obviously. But I'm less interested in how you go. And I'm more interested in why. And she goes, I was checking her and then I was here. Because, would you mind being a bit of a guinea pig? We could maybe find out why this. And you see Mr. Montgomery kind of steps up. Yes, I will have several teachers looking at this. Make sure find out exactly why this happened. Be our main focus. Then we'll have you back to your normal life in no time. Because, well, you live on my own. They're going to be asking why I'm not. And Montgomery goes, don't worry about that, love. They will not even know you exist until you return. It's a very complicated memory spell. But it is something in which I specialize. And he goes, oh, okay. That's it's really creepy, but I'm assuming that's normal for you guys? So, sure. Let's do it. And he goes, okay. We're going to enroll you in a couple of classes. I'm going to recommend some sorcerer classes. I think that might be useful for you. As well, we'll find Miss Ashlyn Daggerhorn, who I believe you were with the Tenebrae for. Oh? She goes, scriptures. He goes, the fawn. And he goes, right, yes. So I'll kind of cozy up to them. And you just see the teachers kind of look at each other, go, and then Sir Shirudo kind of pops up. So, is it more or less safe for cozying? If she's on Miss Daggerhorn's good side, then she will not be on the receiving end of their pranks. Stood. Calathea, you will check in on her every once in a while?
Shall do my best.
Thank you. I know that this is a little bit outside of your wheelhouse. It's a very limited group of people that we can ask that are sort of in on what has happened. And Ashlyn is kind of self-serving. Alex is untamable at the best of times. And these two young fairies are new to this themselves, and I would rather that they just get into their... Plus, I mean, what does a guardian do? Now, have someone. see you at tryouts.
Indeed. Excuse me.
And is there anything else ask or discuss before heading out?
Oh, wait, what was their name again? The special teacher that made her do the laps.
Oh, Miss Abra?
Abra, that's right. Abracadabra.
you, you just say abracadabra?
No. Miss Abra mentioned the preparations for the club's fair.
Oh, yes, we will be having a booth at the club fair, sort of advertising our tryouts and showing off our accomplishments. Is that something you wish to participate in?
Indeed, we need. It's always good to get more interest.
Yes, absolutely. We will. I'll call forth a meeting near the end of today. And. No, let everybody. Thursday we'll have a meeting.
Sounds
And.
good.
Just after the note. Up. And we'll discuss what.
All right.
You were.
Indeed.
And we will cut over to Piper. What do the preparations for your first day of Defendus Academy look?
Piper's just like has no clue what they will need, so kind of just grabs their bag and grabs the stuff that like seems at least somewhat important. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To take with them for anything they might do. So obviously they've got a violin case because Piper's not going anywhere without that violin, right?
Yeah, well, especially you have bard classes.
Yeah.
You should probably
So
take your
big,
musical instrument to bard classes.
yeah. Piper takes some writing supplies, and also, as I mentioned, there is a large notebook. Piper, like, lifts that up. Like, it's clearly, like, pretty heavy, right? And just puts it in the bag.
Yeah. Just, you can see, like, some of the students kind of look over at you and are like, okay. Spec strength.
Out of curiosity, do you want to know what that notebook is?
Absolutely.
It's not a secret. It's Piper's project. Piper and Sonata's project.
This is what the project that you're going to be working on?
Yeah.
So what is it?
Oh,
it's the play that you're trying to write.
It's a musical that the two of them are making.
Absolutely. Oh, I love it.
That the twins are working together to make. It's a musical, yeah. That specific notebook has some song lyrics, especially for certain moments, because Piper's more in charge of the music side of it, right?
For sure.
So yeah.
You gather all your things together and you check in with your sister. You kind of have to split for like one or two classes, but you meet back up at Miss Everlock's Bard class. See the familiar face of Miss Everlock as she kind of regards the both of you and smiles. And kind of addresses the class. Hello, everybody. For Bard class, for those who are choosing major subject, you will see your artistic side grow and some and useful, I believe, day-to-day most people here academy would think. Of course, you will not be singing songs and playing tunes all of your life, but that is always a big amount. However, we do like to have Friday events. If any there during those times, there's no official work being done, simply a way for you get out your end of the week emotions, or maybe a project that you've done, or maybe a song that's been stuck in your head. Just let it out. Don't. Very, very powerful. Good, bad. Look at this as borderline arcane therapy. Obviously, without any sorts of violence that is relegated to mock sports combats and by Sir Sharuto.
No violence, only violence.
1 sec. Sorry, techie.
That's okay.
I killed her.
She
I killed him with my
100%.
joke.
I'm 100% stealing that. She definitely has like a poster over that says "No violence, only violence."
A pipe over there with a violin.
Is there anybody to get something off of their chest now that would like to do so? Kind of use this as a way of using none of these silly throw the ball and say your name fun fact.
No, I completely off topic.
Go ahead.
I'm imagining Piper playing a certain song as on the violin as an introduction, and it's just funny.
I mean, would you like to?
Piper 100% would, and most of you guys are not going to know this song, but I'm going to get an actual reaction out of men here.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Life is sweeter
I
on the
love it.
violin.
I absolutely love it.
What's it from?
Descendants 4.
Oh.
This is
Then
Bridget's...
yes, I do know what it is.
This is Bridget's main song.
Uh-huh. That fits.
Go ahead and
that
give me a presence roll.
Okay. Let me just... I was tabbed into Discord, so...
Yeah, no, you're good.
I'm just thinking.
Oh,
I'm
that's
also checking,
happening.
can I add anything to it for fun? Because I have I have 4 hope points currently because of setup at the beginning, because I did a duo setup.
Do you think either
Remember?
of your experiences would factor into this?
Silver tongue or keeping the peace. Neither of those have too much to do with like introduction performance much.
Yeah, I think this would be probably just a straight.
Yeah, straight presence roll.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's going to be a pretty high roll already. The question is, how high? That's a crit!
Oh.
Double tens! Double tens! That's a 22 in total, but it's a crit because it's a 20
that's
plus
a
2.
Yeah, so go ahead and take your hope point. Once again, 2 people crit who don't have any stress on them. The only one who has stress on them currently is Ashlyn.
Here's the thing, I rolled my fear dice first and I saw that was a 10. I'm like, this is going to be a pretty high roll no matter what. Because the lowest at that point I could get was a 13. And then I rolled a 10 on my hope.
Go ahead and give me a follow-up instinct roll on this one. To see if you can perceive.
My instinct isn't the best. Considering I just rolled a 1 on one of my dice. That is a flat free with hope, so at least I get a hope. I'm maxed out on hope.
So yeah, you're having a good day. Like this is a great start to the day. You don't really notice the students too much because you are just in the groove.
That's Piper in a nutshell.
And you can just see Miss Everlock kind of has her hands to her mouth. She goes, "You are going absolute little Spitfire a joy. You'll not have to worry about you holding." And you go to take your seat again. There's a girl behind you with extremely long, almost like platinum blonde, almost white hair. She is like wide-eyed and smiling and cannot take her eyes off you. And you can see that her eyes are green, but you're also fully aware of what contacts look like. And this girl is wearing colored contacts.
Piper's got no issues with that. Piper's an actor. Piper will knows, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like this is the place to wear like flamboyant makeup, contacts, eyelashes, whatever. But like you can kind of see there's not a lot of other makeup on her. And when you sit down, she's just like, "Oh God, Descendants. I was
You had to.
yes, I mean, wanted to do a song, and now I can't get Life is Sweeter out of my brain." Oh. You think of any, like... Are there any, like, solos that... Okay, solos that weren't done by, like, Mal. Because I don't think I could hit those notes.
It's One Kiss. From Descendants 3.
That's what I was gonna say.
It's One Kiss, Evie's song from Descendants 3.
And
Yeah.
she just kind of gives this, like, little smile. And she's like... I never did this, okay? I never did this. And she kind of steps up and she goes, "Actually, would you mind being my boyfriend?" The scene.
Like Descendants fan, just like, sure. Piper's an actor. Piper will do this.
Oh yeah, 100%. And so she's like, "Okay, I have a follow-up," and brings you up, and she's gonna do this scene as well, but she does. I need dice that aren't. Bard classes is not a bard.
It's like how Piper will be in rogue classes, but is not a rogue.
Okay. Not great rolls, but it notices a... You can see that she... So first off, getting like a full body look at this girl, even bards to some degree have like armor. Um, this girl is in like a full flowy like dress ensemble. Almost like very angelic look. Incredibly beautiful, this girl. And you can tell when she gets into the One Kiss song, she's very flirty towards like the audience and towards you during the scene, obviously, like the friend. Gets into this role a lot. And then finishes it up. I'm going to make her. Okay, that is not actually bad. Gets into the role and then gives you the stage kiss at the end, so as to, you know, not like actually kiss a student she just met like 5 minutes ago. And yeah, it's a pretty dang good performance. Kind of sits you guys back down. She's like, okay, that was.
You did really well.
You know, yeah, I'm very emotion a lot.
That's fair. I once played a violin inside of I once played violin so hard that it just like it was something. I play violin, as you know.
Yeah. Oh my god, your performance up there was like I could not take my eyes off it.
I also
Truly,
sing, but and sometimes at the same time, depends what I'm feeling.
well, I would love to hear you sing. I'm trying hardest to get my girlfriend to up more. You know, be more into. I also, she's been through a lot, so.
That's understandable.
So you're just starting off here too, like your first year?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, same. Whereabouts are you from?
Okay, so we didn't write this in the backstory. We didn't write this in the backstory.
You can go ahead and make up a town name, but your like fairies and stuff like that are typically from like the Lux Forest area.
Not, and then sorry, I'll just go with that. Like, not too far from, like, near the Lux Forest, actually.
Oh, yeah, makes sense. I'm well, kind of nomadic, I guess you could say. Don't really stay in one place for too long. But, I mean, rolling here is only the longest I'm stay in one place.
And I hope you enjoy at least the place you are staying for a while, of course.
For people like you, it'll be pretty good.
Well, there's my sister. She's a bit more of the writer's side of things. She likes poetry, but she does like the stage as well.
She kind of looks over and says hello, Sonata. She's like, all form of artistic expression, amazing. Like, I do this. I also bake sometimes.
You bake too?
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, I've been trying to learn new different things and like cake decorating and yeah.
I like baking cupcakes.
Would you help me start a baking club here?
Yes.
They don't have one.
We need to make a baking club.
Like, have you seen the size of their kitchen?
I haven't yet.
Oh my god. Okay. After this, we have time between classes. I'm gonna show you. Classes quickly kind of come and go, and you see that she kind of is like grabs your hand and immediately starts like pulling you and is kind of like making their way through the crowds of kids kind of going to lunch and like free period and stuff like that. She goes, "You think this would be better if we flew?"
Probably.
This is a weird thing for her to say to you because you don't see any way of her flying.
Piper's just kind of like, probably I could fly ahead and see if we can get a clear path through. I could fly up and try and navigate, and you could follow. Kind of as like seeing the direction I go to try and get a clear path.
And she kind of looks over at you and kind of gives like a little sly smile, and she goes, "Yeah, I think that would be."
Piper kind of flies up to try and help navigate through crowds and stuff.
You get maybe about, I would say, 2 feet forward before hearing and glance behind you to see she has sprouted very large white wings.
And Piper's just shocked, but immediately goes, "That's so cool!"
And she just kind of like flies underneath you and she just goes, "Sheriff Major," and flies forward.
Follows. Well, you've already seen what I major in. Bard major here.
Oh, I was gonna say, if you didn't, you'd be in the wrong major. And she flies ahead and kind of like leads you towards the back kitchen areas. And she drops down. She goes, "Okay. You're in the middle of lunchtime, so we're not gonna be able to go back. But this door, all the way the end of the hall, and I would say maybe about 200 feet back, is all kitchen."
That's huge. The amount of space you would have to like bake and decorate cakes. Just imagine how pretty we can make them look.
Okay. I want to like just start working on like a proposal. If we get it into the teachers quick enough, we actually might be able to make it for the club fair.
Yeah, we should do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me knowledge. I'm going to say, get it approved. You're looking at it like a DC 12. To get your own booth, you're looking at like a DC 8.
I rolled a 1 as the first one.
Oh, you love to
Not
see
that. I am sad, because that is a 7 with hope.
So, the first prayer dice she's going to use is going to allow you to re-roll.
Okay, that was my fear dice, by the way.
Yep.
That's a 2. So it's up to an 8.
It's up to an 8.
Wait! I have a feature. I have free hope. Once per session, after you or ally close to range make does this count as an action roll?
I would say so, yeah.
Action roll. You can re-roll it. Luck thing. Fairies.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
You can spend free hope, so I can completely re-roll it.
So she'll keep her prayer dice on that one and just let you.
I rolled it.
What happened? You peeked the mic.
7. I rolled another 1. My dice hates me. My hope dice isn't doing much better, because that is another 7, but with hope, so I get a hope back.
You do, so now
Should've
she's going to use the
kept the
prayer
one.
dice and let you re-roll the 1.
Hey, okay, we're getting somewhere. We're up to a 14, but now with fear, if that counts, because the fear is now higher than the hope.
Yes. So, her second prayer die was a roll of a 4. She is going to use that to add to your roll.
You got an 18, that means.
That means that
Total.
is an 18 with fear. You can see that, like, she's kind of, like, holding your hands as, like, you're writing. Like, she's holding the hand that's not moving, essentially. And you can feel sort of like an otherworldly energy going through you. The fear is, you don't know what it is specifically, but you feel as if something was kind of drained out of this girl in front of you to help you along with this role. You don't know how severe it could be. She doesn't look like she's in damage or stress or anything like that, but something was drained out. She just kind of goes, this is perfect. This will work.
Yeah. Are you okay, though?
Yeah. Sorry, I can get like really intense when I'm like hyper fixated on something. But no, I'm doing.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure. I get that. Every time I'm doing music, it's hard to get me to focus on anything but music and acting and stuff, unless it's baking. I really struggle to pay attention unless it's music stuff. But yeah.
Oh, you should. So there's a friend of mine in ranger classes that says that they're like a person that doesn't really talk to anybody, and they have like headphones in. So I think they let you have headphones.
I know that person.
You know them?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe you could get like a rules clarification from them, and like you could maybe have like a background noise, like a white noise in. And you kind of hear from behind a slightly lower but still like feminine voice, kind of be like, "Why am I not surprised?" And she just you kind of get like a little clap on the back of like the girl's shoulder. Another girl who's looking down, sort of darker skin, horns that kind of curl up and around towards the back, shorter kind of pixie cut, looks down at her, and as soon as this seraph girl looks up, immediate beaming smile. And she goes, "Oh my god, I've gone this long without saying my name. My name is Amelia. This is my girlfriend, Kasha. You recognize Kasha to be an infernus. This is, for those of you prone to, this is your teeth."
Piper just waves at both of them. I'm Piper. I also did introduce myself, so to be fair, same. But I'm Piper.
She goes, "Nice to meet you, Piper. I am not surprised whatsoever to first day." Like,
Fellow descendants.
kind of shrugs.
She likes descendants. I was like, she likes descendants.
She goes, "Oh, thank God. So this means that I don't have to." She goes, "No, that's not what that means."
No, now you've got another person to convince you to watch them.
I'm not a musical. Okay, you know what? Okay, I will. If we get it over with.
Also, we're going to try and get a baking club set up.
Ooh, baking club. You're gonna need more than people. Do you have anybody else?
My sister might be interested, I'm not sure. But we'll need to find more people, yeah.
Yeah, you see Sonata is like, not as super hyped as you two, but she's like, "Yeah, I like baking." So, like, she kind of like looks over at your proposal and is like, "What?" And she kind of reads one of the paragraphs. You guys are going for the club fair. Old. He goes, well, I think we can do it.
Got a couple songs about bacon I could sing to convince people.
Ooh. Mormon says, part of a baking club. We could turn the entire thing into...
Yes.
Okay, here's the thing, is we only have until Saturday. So, I am going to suggest jukebox musical?
I've got...
Gross.
I know a couple songs about bacon. There's this one song called Cupcakes.
Cupcakes.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I wanna hear it. Okay. Are you haven't chosen a house yet, right?
No.
Okay, so you're in the first year dorms with them. Okay. Sleepover, my dorm, songs. Yes.
Yes. Sleepover time.
And you just see Kasha kind of like is like rubbing the back of her shoulders and goes, I'm not going to sleep.
I'll bring my violin, by the way. Just so we have some music to be able
Yeah,
to
you
play.
really won't get any sleep.
He goes, well, I can think of worse things to keep me awake at night other than this, but it's you guys continue to have your wicked discussion. You see each other sort of file in for lunch, taking your respective places. You know, Ashlyn and Alex being more of the sort of sit kind of people. Piper starting this little group with Kasha and Amelia, Calathea, most likely sitting with their team or sitting off to their own.
I think Calathea might have been a little tired from all those laps.
I mean,
I was wondering the same thing out of character.
how exhausted is Calathea after the laps and the morning classes?
Hey, Kira, can you see Zach?
I thought I saw Zach. Did Zach pass
Zach?
out?
Zach's passed out.
Yeah.
Rosef, are you? Yo, this is a
I was
good
watching
time.
their camera while I was reading. That's how much I did tell Alexa that I was reading while I just listened.
This is a good time to
Doing
say,
a colouring game while listening to the other people's stuff.
if you guys want to watch the VODs of these, head on over to .com/campfire stories RPG, where these will be posted on.
You can see Zach fall asleep over and over and over again.
This is I like, considering how much we've streamed D&D games before, I'm so surprised this is the first.
This has never happened. Oh, that's so good.
Honestly, I'm surprised it wasn't you first, Alex.
Yeah, I mean, fair. I'm a sleepy bitch.
My neighbors are having a party. That's why I'm not sleepy.
I
Oh, fair.
don't. To be fair, the funniest thing would probably be if it was me, considering how late the sessions are usually for me.
Oh yeah, that's a good point too.
That's also
Because what time
valid.
is it there, Dylan?
Currently I'm getting close to 11 p.m. And one sec.
Amazing.
It's 10:39 there.
Sweet.
Oh, dear.
It is currently 4:30 in the afternoon.
I got 5:30.
Hey.
Guess our time zones
Oh.
in the comments.
Oh no.
No,
That's
no,
okay.
no,
At 6
no.
o'clock, I'm going off to get drunk. Drink responsibly.
Fair. Also, Angry Doggo says hi to all.
Hello, Angry
Please say
Doggo.
hello to Angry Doggo.
For those that don't know, I have a dog named Bella. She likes to be angry at people. I think my mom's boyfriend's over.
Can we take 5 real quick to do a little potty break?
Well, I was actually going to end off very soon. I'm
Oh,
going
that's
to
fine.
give one quick piece of information, which is that on Thursday, for the meeting with Calathea's team, which we had
In-game Thursday.
In-game Thursday. Before the meeting with Calathea's team, which we'll pick up on in the next, evidently. The notice board live. It is an interactable touchscreen electronic notice board, and it has various kind of quests that students and faculty alike can put up. They have gold rewards, gold credit rewards, as well as sometimes, having other sorts of rewards depending on who is the one setting it up. So, I'm going to let you guys know what sort of side quests you can go on if you would like to make some money.
Money!
I'm going to get each one of you to roll a 8 for me. Someone will have to roll in place of Zach.
I'll roll for Zach.
Now,
Apologies.
different.
Okay. Oh my god, she's so small. Look how small this fucking dice is.
I'm not gonna. Should I use my rainbow dice for
like
this? Because I'm not using my hope and fear dice.
I rolled a 4.
Absolutely. Okay,
I rolled a
got a
3.
7 and
7, 4, 3,
and a 6.
and a 6. So
I'll say the first one's for me.
All different numbers. You love to see it. So, I'm gonna go in numerical order. So I'm gonna go 3, 4, 6, 7.
Wait, what? Did Stoppy roll?
I said 4.
Oh, okay.
I was
Okay.
3.
Got it.
So I have the number 3. This one says, I would love to decorate my house dorm with flowers. Paying 25 gold credit per bouquet of 5 glozes, any color.
Glozes?
Glozes.
Oh my god.
Those are, yes, bioluminescent rose. Can be found in the Lux Forest.
Ew, gross.
Well, maybe you don't have to take them.
Mm.
The number 4. The island of Huaono has the most delicious berries this side of the Veil. I want barrels of them. Offering 200 gold credit, plus 2 1-liter boxes of each berry for each member, maximum 4 people.
Okay.
So it occurs to you that you very well can take more than 4 people, but the extra thing will only apply to a certain number of boxes.
Mm-hmm.
6 and 7. Looking for a mock sports sparring partner before tryouts begin.
Oh,
You win
I wonder who
credit,
that's perfect
obviously,
for.
as well as a focus potion. I don't need.
I don't need it. These are so funny. I need barrels of them.
Yeah, there's
Barrels of berries.
yeah, like you kind of are starting to get like the personalities of these people. Like one of them is like, I
Yeah.
like pretty flowers. The other one is like, get me barrels of berries.
I need drugs.
This shit is like crack. And then this person is like, look, I'm looking for someone to spar with. A focus potion, by the way, gives you a +1 to your next finesse roll.
That's fair.
So this is a finesse potion, essentially, and this is
Cool.
a person who likes combat. They're like, I don't fucking need this.
I
What
don't
I
need
need
that.
is a sparring partner. So
Cool.
here's like an extra little thing.
We barter around here.
And then the number 7, if you thought for a second that you got the personalities of everybody just from those, be prepared for this one. I am the hide-and-go-seek champion of all realms. We shall schedule a game. You find me, you get 250 gold credit.
Oh my god.
You lose, you must wear a shirt that says Kazi is unfindable for a week.
Amazing. These are so delightful, Kira.
I was the type who would get that shirt and then design it to make it look prettier. And then wear it.
Oh, 100%. You can modify this shirt all you want. The crux is that the lettering will always be visible.
Did you say
Yeah.
Kaza? Isn't that the name of the Infernus?
Kazi. Kazi
Oh.
is the name of the hide-and-go-seek champion.
Not the same. It's Kasha.
Kasha.
Is that right? Okay, close. Right, yeah. Okay.
Yes. So you met Kasha
Kazi
Arana,
is unfindable.
the Ferris. This is Kazi Parata.
Mm-hmm.
That is, you basically have like a short little like description of these people. This is a fungrel who prides himself on being unfindable.
If this isn't the same fungrel, I don't want it. I don't want the. I want the Brooklyn fungrel. I'm walking here.
I'm walking here. You get the feeling that this is not the. In fact, if Calathea was awake, Calathea would know this person as person written down as Killian Prowler. They are a sorcerer.
Cool. I'm. Zach is out.
Zach is absolutely the fuck out.
I was like, so how? I was like,
This is how it.
Does
Oh,
this
go ahead,
normally
Sean.
happen with Zach?
This has happened before.
But not on stream.
Never on
Oh,
stream.
Oh, we're gonna give him so much shit. I wish I could fall asleep on a plane like that. Just sitting up. I can't do it.
No, I love it. My guy also just literally got off of work and half an hour later got on stream.
Oh, I don't blame the guy.
So, like, I get you, but you sleep.
Yeah. Zach, if you're
Okay.
watching this back, we love you.
Yeah, we love you, even though I just met you like a couple weeks ago.
At the end of this, I will say that obviously 2 of you have made a new potential social link.
Oh yeah.
I need
Dawn, you have made a social link with Amelia Laurent.
I don't want to know her name because I don't know her name in real life. Like in game, I don't know her name.
You can.
I know the
You
dragon's
type-
name.
You know the dragon.
You mind if you type out the surname because so I can type it in my thing?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I don't know how Amelia's spelled.
I know how Amelia is spelled, I just don't know the surname. It's the surname specifically.
Yes.
Oh.
Wait, Med,
Uh-huh.
Amelia, it's spelled with an A or an E.
What do you mean? There's an A and an E.
Is it an Amelia or an Amelia?
Oh, it's Amelia. Amelia.
AM.
Sorry, I know there's different spellings. That's why I asked.
That's why I was like,
Laurent.
Alurent.
all
Okay.
along.
But that is where we are going ending our session for today. Next, we will be picking up with meeting between the Defendus Dragon Turtles, the club fair, where we will be showcasing all of the different clubs and possibly a new club that will be starting up in Defendus Academy, as well as the mock sports tryouts. And if anybody wishes to take up rest, we may. However, thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you so much, Raven, for the follow.
Oh, Raven!
We love Raven.
We love Raven. If you guys want to see more of these and see these games live, go ahead and drop a follow. If you guys want to see games put out, they are live on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/campfires. These games will be happening every second Sunday, and 3 Sundays in between will be the days. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you